Pick a path. Each choice leads to new doors and options. You chose the stairs. You climb the tiled steps for hours before reaching a silent cubicle office high above the city. None of the overhead lights work. The only glow comes from the skyline outside the windows. Nothing here will harm you. However, once every hour, a single computer begins to beep somewhere in the maze of desks. You must find it. The monitor displays a task, and you must complete it before the hour ends. Some are simple, like sweeping a section of floor. Others require searching deep storage rooms packed with clutter for specific objects. After completing the 10th task in a row, two paths appear ahead. An escalator descending into darkness, or a polished walkway lined with soft carpeting. You chose the escalator. It carries you down into a vast mall that appears fully operational, yet completely empty. Storefronts are clean and stocked. Lights glow in some corridors while others remain dim. There is no limit to the amount of floors, and each level stretches for miles. You may eat in the food courts and sleep in mattress stores. The layout shifts daily, making retracing your steps nearly impossible. There is nothing to do but eat, sleep, and search for an exit. Eventually, you find two doors, an emergency exit and an employees-only entrance. You picked the emergency exit door. It opens into a wide green field with fresh air and distant city buildings on the horizon. A phone with full internet access and a reliable car sit waiting for you. You never feel hungry or tired here, though you may visit the buildings for food or rest if you choose. You are free to drive anywhere and explore as far as the roads allow. With all this freedom comes one rule. Do not remain near the transmission towers for long. The air hums beneath them. Stay too long, and your thoughts begin to blur, replaced by impulses that do not feel like your own. Your journey ends here. Goodbye. Pick a path. Each choice leads to new doors and options. You picked the skydiving route. You strap on the parachute and step off the ledge. For a moment you are suspended tens of thousands of feet above the earth, mountains reduced to small shapes below. The fall ends sooner than expected, and you land in a wide grass field between distant mountains. The air is calm, but dark clouds gather fast. A storm is approaching with unnatural speed. There is no time for food, water, or exploration. You must leave immediately. After walking for hours across open land, you find two options: a dirt path leading toward a massive concrete structure in the mountains, or the entrance to a multi-lane freeway. You chose the dirt path. After what feels like a full day of walking, you reach a decaying concrete high-rise, an old hotel long left to rot. The storm breaks as you arrive, forcing you inside. The air is thick with disturbed asbestos, each breath sharp, like fine needles pressing into your lungs. A flashlight near the entrance is your only guide. There is no food or water here. You are not alone. If you hear distant crying, screaming, or calls for help, walk the other way. Do not run. On one of the upper floors, you find two options: a broken-down elevator or a rooftop access door. You picked the broken-down elevator. The moment you step inside and press a button, the cables snap and the car plunges in free fall. It drops far beyond the height of the hotel, descending deep below the building's foundation as if there were no bottom at all. The doors slide open into a fully furnished man cave. A bed, couch, PC setup, stocked kitchen, and anything else you could need are waiting. You may invite anyone you want, and the fridge refills itself endlessly. The only issue is small poisonous spiders that sometimes hide in your bed or chair. Remove them when they appear, and you will be fine. Your journey is over. Goodbye. Pick a path. Each choice leads to new doors and options. You chose the fun slide. You slide for minutes before being released into a water park after hours. The exit pool feeds directly into a lazy river with no open decks, only long enclosed tunnels with occasional inflatable tubes. Most sections are dark, with weak lights spaced far apart. There is no sound at all, no pumps, no echo, just the water moving around you. The silence is unnerving, and you can never fully relax here. The paranoia builds the longer you're here, so don't stay too long. Keep moving before your paranoia turns into something real. The river eventually splits into two tunnels. One is lit up, one is completely dark. You have entered the lit-up tunnel. It begins as a narrow concrete passage, the last of the lazy river reduced to a thin stream along the floor. The tunnel opens into a massive underground drainage reservoir supported by endless concrete pillars. Every step you take echoes loudly. Water collects in shallow puddles you may drink from, if you are that desperate. At any moment, a siren can sound and the chamber will flood with tens of feet of water. Stay near the pillar ladders if you haven't heard the siren in a while. Eventually you find two options, an emergency exit door or a golden elevator. You chose the golden elevator. It carries you upward and opens into a high-rise penthouse overlooking a dense city skyline. Floor-to-ceiling windows frame the lights below. The space is fully stocked with endless food, games, and entertainment. You may invite anyone you want. The elevator descends to street level only once per month. You cannot leave permanently, but everything you need is already here. If you miss that single descent, you must wait another month watching the city move on without you. Goodbye, your journey is over.